I'll give you a quick introduction. This is the Nordic Pairs Open, as you can see. I hope you have found the correct spot. You have 1 hour and 30 minutes to complete this 500-piece puzzle line ahead of you. Please don't touch it yet until we start. I will announce when there are 30 minutes left, and when there's 5 minutes left, and when there's 1 minute left, and I'll count down from 10, and we're almost done. The judges, they are walking around, so when you're done, please raise your hand, do it very clearly. Do it ahead of time, so you're not doing like 5 seconds before you're done. And then they'll come and see what time you have. If you do not finish the puzzle within the time limit, we will count the remaining pieces. And everything that is connected and all flumps of a minimum of 3 pieces, they count as if they were placed. If you are missing 1 or more pieces, it happened in the individuals, a few people, they just drop a piece or 2. Then the main rule is that a penalty of 10 seconds will be added to your time for each missing piece when you're done. But the exception is if 2 or more connected pieces are missing, then it will be regarded a manufacturing error, and you will have no penalty. To help you solve these pieces, you're allowed to have 2 trays. I can't see too many trays, but you can bring them on the table now. You're allowed to have 2 trays of maximum size of A3 sheet of paper. As I said, if you lose on the floor, then the judges will not give it to you, they will not disturb you. You'll just put a little thing under this piece, a poster, so it is more visible, and the same applies with the plastic bag. You'll just put a poster underneath it, so it's easier to see. But they won't disturb you, so you have to take it by yourself.
I will recorrect if I don't take it.
Talking as you do now, speaking is very nice, that's why we're here, to have a good time. But when we begin in approximately 2 minutes and 45 seconds, you're also allowed to speak. But please do it respectfully. We had a few people yesterday who talked a bit loud, and that is disturbing for the other people, so please respect that. I think we were very nice yesterday. We said it very politely to people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I think we'll try to be polite again today, but please, talk not too loud to each other, that would be nice. You're allowed to listen to music also if you want to do that. And the audience, also welcome to the audience, you are allowed to clap when someone is done and cheer, but please do it not too long time, and don't cry, don't yell too much. So please be pretty quiet. And if you have a mobile phone that goes for everybody, you can take a mobile phone now and just see if it is muted, so it doesn't ring in the middle of it all. So, after when you're done with this puzzle, if you want to have a photo, you just raise your hand and you see the photographer comes. Sometimes, most of the time, there are many people done at the same time, so please have patience. They will come. So if you want a picture, just wait for that guy over there. You see him? He's over there. Please give him a hand. Yeah, so we're allowed to take a picture of you guys, and if you don't want a picture, what do you do? Say no. You won't take a picture. So that's very easy. Yes, and we have 1 minute 12 seconds, so when you're done after with your puzzle, then you can just stay seated. You can also just leave this room, and then please do it quietly. So, we have 1 minute now, so please, if you want to stand up now or concentrate, and I will count down from 10 in 40 seconds. And remember, you're allowed to speak, but please do it respectfully, okay? It's 1.5 hours. Please do not touch it until I say go, okay? Don't touch it until I say go. We have 15 seconds. I'll count down from 10. You can touch it when I say go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Best of luck!
Welcome back
To the Nordic Championship
to the
2026.
fourth competition.
Yes, we have open pairs just started off with their puzzle, and I know I was asking actually, oh, by the way, who am I? We need to do this every round. Emilia Lieberman, better known as Puzzle with Emilia, with me.
Carsten Juhl Andersen, one of the helpers here at the Nordic Championships.
Yes, absolutely. So I was actually asking already in the chat before we got it started that what people think this puzzle will be on this round.
Yeah.
And I have to say, there was somebody who said colorful and detailed, and that is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
That is absolutely spot on for this.
And I can
This
see
puzzle-
now that this puzzle, I've done that several times. It's not my favorite, but we can also
Yeah.
put the puzzle on. Yeah,
Yes.
super.
This is originally from the World Championship semifinals. Also, actually was for the
24.
pairs. Oh, perfect.
2024.
Yes, so it was actually also for pairs there, and yeah, very, very detailed. And now I'm actually curious. So there's funny thing in this box. There's one image that doesn't actually match the actual
Yeah, I
puzzle.
know that. I've done that several times too. I think it's the beach here.
Yeah,
at
it's on the right
right-
side middle.
Yeah. There is another beach, I think.
Yes, but it's very confusing if you do etches, for example, and it's like, where is this? What is this?
Where's the palm tree? It's
Exactly.
not anywhere. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist. And there's also several of the travelers' trophies is similar to the images of that. So there's
Yeah.
twice the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
They are different, I know, but they are still there several times. So
Yeah, and I
makes
think
sense.
it's pretty nice puzzle. It's very detailed, so a lot of sections, or like not even sections, a lot of like smaller things are just few pieces. So there's a lot of ways you can do this. You can talk about like, oh, I do, for example, everything that it's red, or you can talk about like, oh, I do this place, because all of these are places. So if you are both familiar with the places, that's how you can communicate it.
Yeah, so it's very easy to communicate.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Because-
things that you can do, but also like this is one of those things that if you don't communicate, there's a very high chance that you end up looking for same pieces. Also, what I personally would recommend is to pay attention that you put your puzzle islands correctly inside as soon as possible. So you kind of like
So
know
when you
what
have
has
done
been
one
built.
of the images, you will put that in.
Yeah, so actually it's like also visually the other person can see what has been done, and also because a lot of things will connect to each other, so either one will not, I call them these kind of like
Yeah, so if,
chasing the coast pieces that don't exist because the other person already put them together.
so if you do New York and windy Australia, which is beside each
Yeah.
other, then you could have the same pieces. When
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
exactly.
look.
And then both are kind of like trying to look for those missing pieces without realizing that they're just walking, both of them. On
So
it.
it would be a good idea to do different places in the puzzle. So if one could take one of them upper corners and lower corners,
Yeah.
something, so that you don't mix them.
Yeah, there's so many ways to do it. I think we're gonna see some similarities now that we're starting to look like what people will build first. But I think there is a lot of like difference in the actual final
So,
order.
so this could be the first of the puzzles in this competition. This is the fifth
Yeah.
puzzle. That where we will see different strategies, because almost
Yes.
all the other puzzles, everyone did almost the same.
Yeah, yeah, and definitely, and also because we're now doing pairs, so that also mixes up things. For example, those flowers that are on the left side, they kind of make sense in a thing that it's like a bigger area to build on, but they're actually awfully
They're quite-
tricky to do.
I've done this
Yeah.
several times. They are tricky.
So it's like
I don't know why, but they have more tricky than it looks
I
like.
have to agree with you. So I probably we will see that some people are doing it, and some people are like trying to do it, but no, because it's too hard. Or some people who've done it that are already like right away, like absolutely not.
I don't
So-
know what it is with those flowers, but I have had. I've also I've done this several times. I've tried to start with that,
Yeah.
and then I'm not very fast at all, but I get even slower.
Yeah, but
sometimes.
that's actually very nice to notice, because often we see, like you said, that it's hard, and I have absolutely agree. So we can identify for both of us that that's the tricky part of the
Even
puzzle.
you're
So it's
much
almost
faster than
yeah. So it's almost like I say this sometimes that what the top speed buzzers do differently. They fail faster.
Yeah.
And it's actually very telling. It's two very powerful words because you just have to go like kind of like move on, and you have to do the trial and error. So it's literally even physically failing faster when you just try the pieces in that they actually do. But generally, yeah, people are like finding the same parts of the puzzle trickier than the others, despite what is their speed level.
Do we have any
Yeah, where's the
times? You come up with what do you think? What would we see at the finishing line?
Yeah, so put in the chat, so this is pairs, so please consider that one. Please put what you think will be the fastest time of this round, and yes, do it now, because pairs, there's always a chance that we can see those 20. We had sub 20 times yesterday,
yeah.
So there is very high possibility it would also happen with this one. Somebody's already saying like a little bit like a historical data giving us here. Buzzing for Fun 91 is saying Kristen and Linda did this in Worlds 2024 in 25 minutes and 13 seconds.
And that was the first time because that was an unpublished puzzle.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
Now they have tried that at least one time before.
Exactly. And then, yeah, okay, now the guesses are coming in. So we have one guess 23, we have 1959, we have 24:13, 24 and 1 second. Another guess coming in as I'm trying to speak here, 24 and 50, 21:12. Okay, there's a lot of guesses. I think we might be closer to 20. That's my personal
I would say
idea.
1850, 1830. I don't know, around that time. Yesterday we had 2 below 20 and 1 on 20:01. That was the colorful market. How does that compare with this one? Is this easier as a pair because there are all these islands? I think so.
I think this may come down to the fact that who has done this with their pair, you know, and if they have done it actually recently.
Yeah.
This is actually a very fun puzzle to practice.
Right now we see it.
Yeah.
Okay, it went on. There was one that had done what you said, making the edge pieces and then trying to put in some of the islands. They even had time to wave to the camera.
Yeah, some people do that. Some people definitely do that. I think it's quite fun.
We have Sophie, my daughter, on table 41.
Yeah, there's very strong pairs, and also we have more participants today again compared to...
Yesterday we had, what was it, 80?
80.
And now we have 150.
Yes. So much more pairs. And I personally would say that this is faster puzzle, but I think maybe because yesterday's puzzle was such a recent release that people have done it more recently. So maybe people haven't done it this for a while. So that may also. So there's like a lot of factors that it could go either way.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen with this one. Actually, we have more guesses: 22 and 59 and 26 and 10. I think this is almost the most we have had guesses. They just piled in there when I asked.
We're really glad that you.
This is almost my favorite part, like having all these kind of like a guessing games. First we can guess like what's the puzzle gonna be, and then we can try to guess of like what's the time.
If it would be a sub 20, we're almost halfway through for the first one already.
Yeah,
and we've just
that's true. We're only beginning.
We haven't started yet.
Yeah, trying to like literally go through like who are we, what are we doing, where is this? And there's actually more guesses coming in 23, and then there's another one 23:39, and more are coming. Somebody said 12 minutes, 23 minutes. Is that a typo or you for real?
I don't think. Or our cameraman has not seen that there was someone that almost finished. Okay, maybe we also should say that this is the Nordic Championship, second year. Last year it was in Sweden. This year it's in Denmark. It's in Køge, near Copenhagen. Just to remember, you probably already know that because you listen to all the other streams, but...
Of course, you have been here the whole weekend with us.
And today we have the Open Championship.
Yes.
Yesterday we had the Nordic Championship.
Yes, where
which
you
was
need to kind of like a classify usually from your own
and you
country's
needed,
nationals.
when you were a pair, you need to be the same nationality.
Yeah.
Now today it's an open competition. You can pair up with anyone.
Yes,
So
you can
that
have
could
mixed
be-
teams as well.
So there could be a team. I haven't checked. There could be a team with one from each country. But probably there isn't, but there could be there today. So.
Yeah.
Right now it's pairs. Yesterday we also saw there was one pair that didn't have. There was only one person because you couldn't only have the people that had qualified.
Yeah.
Today, if you were missing one of your pair, you missed your pair better, then you could find another one.
Exactly. And we have at least one team that has one Dane, one Swede, one Finnish, and one Norwegian. Yes, because Tuuli, who was here earlier in the round that I was interviewing, she is in that team.
Okay, so we'll
So
see
that's
that.
super cool.
But that's not now, it's later today.
Yeah, so you're sorry, that's for teams. I have not drank Red Bulls today, so
I talked about teams.
Yeah, I'm getting already. And there's more guesses also, like, actually this is the fastest time I would say now guessed is 18 minutes and 42 seconds.
So you think the 12 minutes was a typo? But if there was someone meaning
I know that it's gonna be disqualified anyway.
Yeah.
So kind of look at the next from that one. Yeah, somebody's saying they're getting so much FOMO from seeing all their puzzle friends there or here. And
you should have been there here.
yeah, they're here. We're
Yeah,
like,
here,
wow.
here where we are now. We are Oi.
Yeah, it's also funny because this live stream, we're in a small room that it's actually very separate from the arena. So we would need to go through at least 2 doors to get actually to the arena from here. But we have all the cameras that we can watch with you what's happening over there.
We have 4 cameras walking around. Thumbs up to the camera people that have done a really good job. I think they got around to everyone in the individual. Ending up, so that's pretty cool. And we also have an overview camera, so if something goes wrong, you can switch to that. So we are pretty prepared.
We are very, very prepared for this. I have another wild question here. Now that there's so much engagement going on in the chat. Okay, we're talking about the times. Who do you think will win? We can go for it. If you have like somebody you're just rooting for, you're sure this is the strong pair, because we have very strong pairs on this round. So yeah, if you have guesses on the winning pair, you can also put that one chat. So you have multiple chances to win today with your answers in the chat. Yeah, Tira got
no prizes.
No prizes, unfortunately, but fame and glory. Yeah, of course. Tira got the best guess on time on the last round with the guess 25 minutes, and I think it was 25 and 30 something.
Yeah, that's what one else saying too.
In the end, yeah. And there, people are definitely
leaning in over the table there is really.
Yeah, and this is, by the way, interesting because I actually were on the round in the World Championship where this puzzle was. And we did this like a classic mistake because we do it in a way that my pair back then did it like upside down, I do it the right way. And we didn't realize that there is actually text on this puzzle. Actually quite a lot. It's not that meaningful, but the problem is it's really hard to place if you're looking at it from the wrong direction. So yeah, you don't even think about it if you're looking at the right way because it really doesn't matter. It's not that big of a factor. But for her, she was like, "What?" And yeah, we were just like too in the game that we didn't even like change the plan in the middle of it.
But you can do that. You can also switch. You don't see that often, but sometimes you could switch.
Yeah, I would say when I do pairs, I actually do. Sometimes it really depends. If it's a fast puzzle, if it's like 20 minutes puzzle that I estimate we could hypothetically do in 20 minutes, then there's no point because it's literally just putting piece like almost every 3 seconds. So you really can change places. But if it's anything like where you slow down or you move along with the sections or you see your pair slowing down, then it just makes sense, like let's just switch. What I also do, I do it from the side of the table. It's not allowed in every competition, because some competitions do not allow it because it blocks the hallways. Some competitions do. That's the place I would like to be if I could choose.
But I'm not sure that they aren't allowed, but no one does that here. I haven't seen anyone standing on the end of the table.
Yeah, I haven't, to be honest, I have not actually read the rules. It's usually mentioned in a way that you cannot put, for example, backs or block the hallway. So that rule itself kind of like does the trick.
We
that
don't
you
want
can
to
do
have
that.
the cameraman stumbling over stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I very often do, especially when some competitions have this like a static cameras that they just put there, that they don't have a person next to it. I often like run around that camera everywhere, or eventually I will just block it with the back of my head, because I do it from the end of the table quite often, also in teams. Yeah, okay, there are some guesses here.
We haven't seen anyone very close to old. Here's my old teammate.
Ooh, that's a good progress we can see from Ria and Laura from Finland over there. So that is actually doing great. But there is some guesses on the chat. They're saying, I think it's a tight race between Linda, Kristen and Hanna Rosa. Other people also saying for Kristen and Linda, one more for Hanna Rosa. So it's going to be very...
Hanna Rosa that was very far?
No, that was actually Laura and Ria. And they are actually the second places in the Finnish championship in pairs, and Hanna Rosa were third. So I think that's also a very strong pair to keep an eye on.
Hanna and Rosa, they were 7 last year.
There we can actually see Hanna and Rosa in the bottom right working on their puzzle. So they are indeed also very, very close.
They are already filling in the gaps.
Yeah, this is gonna be kind of like that cheese with a lot of holes situation. Exactly. Where you really just have to pick up a piece and find a place for it. I love there's some people from the Swedish organization, actually a person who does the live stream technical stuff.
Yesterday he was in the our left corner. He was a cameraman yesterday.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah, he's usually working with me when I do the commentaries in the Swedish championship, actually the last 3 years. So he's always there telling me when my mic is working and when is it not. So it's actually very fun to see, because I don't think I've ever seen him actually puzzle, so it's nice to see. And there we're back with Ria and Laura, so
it seems that they are
very close.
They are going to be the #1 team.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any other teams.
No, they have to just keep it going.
What? How many pieces? 40 pieces
It's
left?
so hard to say that, and also kind of like they have pieces all over, so it's like
That's not what I would recommend. If you're filling in the holes, it's better that they are close, so that now they have to look all the way around.
And I'm trying to kind of like see if they have some pieces that they already touched and like put back, because that's where I like to work with the pair. Because if there's a piece I can't find it, I put it in. If I would do solo, I call it puzzle jail. Or try to already pile. But in this case, you can literally just like, hey, I'm putting those pieces there that I couldn't find. So then the other person can take a look at those. It's more likely that your pair is going to find the places.
Wait until the end and then
yeah.
Did you have any? It looks like they will be maybe below 21. We'll see.
Yeah, this is going to be
very,
very close.
It's going they are closing in now. They have only
just have to keep
20 pieces maybe. Now, the ones that was, now they only have them on one side, so we're getting really close.
Yeah, that's literally 10 pieces. No, that's going to be the winners, I swear to God.
So it's Rosa and Hanna?
No, this is Ria and Laura that we have right now. I think they have 6 pieces left, 5, 4, 3 pieces, 2 pieces left. Are they gonna? Yes.
Congratulations to the winners
amazing
of the pairs open competition. So that's team number
Yeah, and
Was it?
just a little. So it's Ria and Laura, and they were.
They
at the
were
table
sitting at
70
tables
71.
71. They were sitting far down the line, so maybe up at the. Oh, here we have in the middle again, someone that's very close.
That's amazing, and it was just a little bit over 20 minutes. So that
And that's
was
table
pretty good guess.
84. That's Teresa or Bodil. Is that right? Or wasn't it? Oh, it is Bodil.
I'm trying to see.
It is.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Oh, we got another one.
Yes, but well, wait a second.
And then,
I'm not sure. No, I'm not
three,
sure. No,
four.
I'm not sure. What?
We don't know. We cannot tell. We didn't.
We literally don't know.
We have
literally
several.
don't know.
We have several ways of seeing the camera, and I was looking on the wrong part of the screen when it happened.
I know.
We don't know.
I can't.
We can't tell.
That I can't tell.
So
yeah.
we know which one the winner, but 2, 3,
Yes.
4, 5. It wasn't there 4 teams finishing. 4
14.
teams finishing inside a few seconds.
2 and 3 is gonna. They may even have the same time. I wouldn't be surprised if we would. We have to wait. Like that was just.
Maybe someone have. I think we had them all on camera at the same time.
Yeah,
So
we did. We can check it. We can literally
someone,
check it.
a judge could go back and check.
Yeah, definitely. If there is like we're gonna see, that's what I think we didn't finish championship because 2-second difference is that you can contest it in a way, and I think it's reasonable. But
Yeah.
it's you check it from the live stream and you see when the last piece goes in.
Exactly.
So that's actually a good. That's actually a good thing also of the live streams that
If
you
we
can
were-
come back.
when we get
I
the
would
cameras.
say the cameras can be up to like 2-3 seconds out of 6.
Okay, we just got. I don't know. We
Not
just.
necessarily completely
We
okay
just.
to
Oh my
judge.
god.
I don't know if you can hear it, but our Emil behind the scene, he says that every camera could be a bit off. So that's even not. We cannot be sure of that.
Yeah, so there can be a technical delay that is like second or two. So oh my
And
god,
then we
yeah.
have more finishers there.
What is going on?
That wa-
This just came out of like nowhere.
But I think they were good. They came. The cameraman was. There was
Yes.
a camera on each. It was
Yes.
super good. Camera work.
Whew. What is going? That just yeah, they're gonna Emilia person and her pair as well. I'm gonna double check. And Frida over there also gonna finish the puzzle, and I would say within like next 10 seconds or so. Things are like there. I don't even know what to say. I'm
It went so fast.
Yeah.
I think we have already got 7, 8 finishers. Oh,
Yeah.
one more. Super
Yes.
cool. Very good. Who was that? Here's Tim Meyer. And
brain not braining. It's not clocking anymore.
you forgot to bring your Red Bull.
Yeah, I know. I haven't drink Red Bulls today, just for those who don't know me, but I'm very known that I drink at least 2 energy drinks every single day. Not usually Red Bulls, just to clarify. We have better, healthier ones in Finland, but this is the first day of the whole year I have not drinking any. I can feel it. And there's gonna be another.
Well, now
other
again we
finish.
have 1, 2, 3 is competitors very close. 4.
Yeah.
Very, very
I
close.
think that's clear, but the other, and you can see that the camera people are just
Oh,
like
yeah,
switching
super, that
between, even like between people who are about to finish because there's somebody else who is very close by and also about to finish,
Okay.
and they're just. We're going places today, yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. We will have to really see what was the.
Yeah. I think we have guests coming in.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful, wonderful. I had an extra, yeah. We're getting people to be interviewed.
The winners.
It's a little bit intense here. Because we're not sure who is in the second place. Because second and third were like, the way we saw it, could be less than 2 seconds difference.
It's going so fast.
Okay, we're getting mics here.
Release that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right. right. I have the winners here. The basic question, how are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah, a little bit shaky because there was a piece missing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we finished and we were like, okay, but.
Counting the 10 seconds to see what happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we couldn't find the piece anywhere.
Yeah, it was nowhere to be seen, so swallowed up by you.
Oh, sorry.
That would be so stressful.
It was, yeah, but.
Yeah, you start counting in your head.
Yeah, you're waiting. Is there gonna be another applause? Is somebody else gonna finish?
Yeah, because this is a fast puzzle, so you know this could be like very short.
Yeah. Because you were just a little bit over 20 minutes. We were kind of waiting. Are we gonna have sub 20 like yesterday? We had 2, but yeah, actually, to compare to the puzzle that we had yesterday, what are the differences in the way you worked or just the image?
I'm already thinking, what was the puzzle yesterday?
It was the market.
The market. Yeah. This is more my jam. So the spice market was. Yeah. I don't know. I love this kind of, and since this is a familiar puzzle, and we've done it before as a pair, I have you have an idea where things go, and you can, and because they are recognizable things, there is the Taj Mahal, there is so you're like so it's a lot faster and easier for me to at least kind of.
Yeah. For me, I would usually panic with this kind of a puzzle, but because we've done it before, I at least had an idea of what sorts of things there are, and I knew that Ria is going to be really fast with this one, so I just need to fill the gaps that you create.
Yeah, and apparently there is this one picture. It's still incorrect.
Okay.
Like the puzzle in the puzzle, is it a different image?
This one might actually. I think
Or
the
is
original one had that mistake.
Okay, we
but I
were
think
thinking
this is
because this still has the logo, so we were not sure. Like,
Yeah.
is it a different page or is it that page
I
that
think
is actually there?
They probably fixed it for the second printing. Yeah, hopefully.
I'm so bad at looking at the pictures
Yeah,
that I would
you're
be
like, you're like, actually, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was looking at it, and I think the clouds were the same as in the picture.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to look now from the, yeah, it is actually fixed for this one.
Yeah.
And now I don't even remember what was the old wrong picture. I have to check if I have the original copy still. But yeah, congratulations, like, again, and now does this give you more boost for the teams? Or does it add to the pressure, even though we're still today, funsy day?
It does. We were kind of relaxed. I mean, we were very relaxed going into this one. But when I saw the picture, I was like, try it.
No, there's a chance. Yeah.
And,
but I feel like, the teams is also, you always have other people to carry you if you lag behind for a little bit. So in that sense, that's the one I always stress the least. It's like, okay, nice.
The problem will be if we get something there, hitting the lucky.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we didn't expect this to go so well, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another type of problem. We were really thinking, because this is so busy and there's so many ways to do this. How did you split it, and what was kind of like the parts that you started with, and how did you communicate?
Complete chaos. I'm like,
complete chaos?
Yeah,
like that?
I see Las Vegas, I just put it there. It was like,
apart from the flowers, I get to do the flowers because it's the one thing I like about this puzzle.
And I hate
to
it.
do the edges and the flowers, and after the flowers are done, I'm like, oh no, I look for the few skies that are there.
Yeah, I tried to like collect some pieces, but it was once that you could put them, kind of connect them, it was just like taking a handful and
there's a few things, like there are quite a few red things, but they are identifiable, so I started going for all the red pieces and then just filling red.
Yeah.
That's yellow things next. Yeah, but it's difficult. Well, for you not, for me this is a difficult one to figure out.
You didn't do it sideways, you do it upside down and right direction.
Yeah, it's going to be upside down for her.
We almost always do it so that it's upside down for me, just because we're
space
used to that
management
now.
is easier. I feel like
I don't look at the picture that much anyways, it doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah, I do exactly the same. I also am the upside down person. But with this one, we were talking earlier that there is this text, and that text is actually awfully hard to place when you do it upside down, because you're like, I really don't know where this is and how to like process with all this. I think you have progressed quite. Okay, we're getting is this the old puzzle?
This is the old puzzle. So I can show
Okay, so yes, it is.
See if I can show it to the camera.
It used to be this kind of image, but it's now fixed for the
This
new,
image is
new
wrong.
copies.
So this part is
That's good.
different from the box.
Yeah.
That's going to be confusing.
But not anymore.
Yeah.
Not
Famous finishing.
Yeah. How often, like, I guess you practice quite a lot together.
Yeah, we live together. So
Yeah, exactly. That you have that advantage. How much do you think it's? Because I know you're also individually super great. So I wouldn't all put it like just because okay you can practice together.
But we do have an advantage in
Yeah,
tennis.
of
I think
course.
we kind of know each other's strengths
Yeah.
and we can kind of coordinate quite easily and kind of know I can give her a project that I'm like I should actually not do this and then that's
Yeah.
how we usually can get slight edge compared to our like individual
It
level.
definitely helps
Yeah.
that we know so well what the other one does well. And basically, if it's difficult for me, then I can be like, oh, it's not going to be
You love
for
it.
you.
Yeah, and wouldn't you say that it's almost like this silent knowledge that it doesn't even need like a verbal communication while you're doing the puzzles? You just you can kind of like
Yeah.
get the vibes from the other person.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what I do with Steffi as well. Like I can kind of see without talking what she's doing, or if I'm like
Yeah.
just pushing it away. So yeah, that is definitely an advantage. But I think that comes down to just knowing the other person and how they do. Because
For sure.
communication is not always verbal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of type of communication going on. How did you feel about this puzzle choice that Ravensburger did for this round?
For this round, I mean, we can't complain. Of course, it would be nice. I love getting new puzzles that no one has seen before. But this time it was something that's right up my alley.
Yeah, and for a pairs competition, these
This is a
busy
fun one.
is like an interesting one.
Yeah,
So
there is some coordination.
What would be your dream puzzle to turn up in the team's last round today?
It would be fun if it was completely different from the previous one. I think
that would be
just
fun at this point. Yeah,
yeah.
because it was like yesterday's team was, I feel like, good for our team's strengths, but it would be nice to see
Something
different.
busy and I don't know.
A busy repetitive 1,000-piece puzzle. You do know this is a recording. Let's see if you get what you wished for. Anything you want to give like tips for maybe harder for you to think about, but for pairs who don't have the advantage that they can practice a lot together? What do you think are the most key ingredients?
Probably then discussing what you like and what you're good at.
Yeah.
Because initially we necessarily didn't even do that, and I'm like, okay, I'll do this part because this is not fun to do, and I'll spare it from her, and then she actually would have been way faster and enjoyed those parts. So maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
start with
know
just-
your own style,
Yeah.
and then you can match it to each other.
Yeah.
I'd go with that.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, congratulations again. I'm gonna let you go to have your lunch break before the teams. Thank you so much, and good luck for that round.
Thank you.
If you can just. Actually, I don't know how to turn this off, but they are there now. Okay, thank you.
As soon as they let go, I will get
Perfect. Let's see what's happening here. Much more finishes coming in, and once again, we're only like 34 seconds. Let me see if I can pull out the results list from here. You can join me also. I'm trying to see, well, we're always having these side conversations in this room. Probably sounds a bit odd when somebody at the other part is not mine again. I'm just getting my co-host here.
I was trying to find the Danish team that went second.
Oh, actually, we have. I think she can come now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have another person coming in. Do we? Yeah.
You can have my mic then again.
I'm trying to also take a look at the results. Well, how far are we? We have actually 25 pairs finishing under half an hour. So that is also pretty great. And just to recap, we have 150. Did I say 115 pairs? Yeah, I did say that earlier. Yes. But I have Rosa here with me. That was very exciting ending. We actually, there was so many people finishing in the, actually it is in the same second.
It's divided, so this will be super interesting.
We have a divided spot for third place. I don't know how they're gonna do that. There is a rule for this, but I can't remember how does it.
I don't remember either.
I remember the rule. Then they will look at the previous round, but we have only one round. And I think after that they're gonna raffle it, I think.
Oh.
That's at least in the nationals that's the official rule, because you can't have, like, you can give prizes for both, which I would personally do. I don't know how they're going to deal with this, how much they have options, but I think the official rule says that for the official ranking you will raffle. And that is, by the way, just for general knowledge, that is actually used in other sports as well. It's the last solution there is on the bottom of the rules, but that is an existing thing. Anyway, welcome. Tell more about the puzzle. How was the experience? How you're feeling, and who you are, in case somebody doesn't know you.
Yeah, so where the beginning.
So
hi, my name is Rosa. You will find me on Instagram with Puzzle Talk by Rosa, and I organize a lot of puzzle competitions in Finland through Palasina Studio. So that's what I do. And we just puzzled, and I think we are now fifth or fourth. I don't know how it goes because we are right behind the duo who is sharing the same time. So this was super interesting, and it was difficult to know because it was such a small, tiny uploads. Because they told to be mindful about the voice. So now the audience really paid attention. But it was an exciting race, but very challenging puzzle to divide between pairs, so I think that's the thing with this one. Yeah,
it almost feels like if you communicate something like, oh, I'm gonna do that koala over there, or I'm gonna do this like pink sky, the moment you said it already, and if you're a fast pair, you already done it, so like it's all the, and I'm doing this, and now I'm doing that, and then eventually you're in the moment like, how do I even describe these things? I should be just doing, and then just hoping we don't collide in the wrong way.
Yeah. So not the easy one, but it's a good option. It's good to have some challenge as well. And a different type of image a little bit than we had yesterday. So then other type of skill set is needed, and I think it's good to have different types.
Yeah, definitely. And I had actually your team members here just before you. And I asked them what would be their dream puzzle to come up now for the teams. What would be your answer to that? I'm curious to hear if there's a difference here.
Well, firstly, we were so happy that they won. They are really strong pairs, so we were celebrating them right before I came here. And what I would like to see is another landscape, but I doubt we will have that. But I think it's divided, so half of our team prefers like the photograph and like good gradients, and the other half is more busy oriented. But I think the landscape kind of image works best for us, because then Ria can sort, because she's incredible sorter. So if it's a busy image, then of course it's wise to put those skills in action, and then I will sort, but I'm not that good in as her. So but let's see, whatever comes. I think half of the team is really happy, and half will just help.
Yeah, we're kind of like thinking like, okay, so it would be nice if it was like a different from yesterday's photograph, but then also if we look at this day, we had 2 illustrations for today, so looking from that point, it could be also nice to have a photograph. But yeah, we will really have to see what's happening there. Now that you actually competed yesterday with your team, did you have time to do you kind of like talk of like what you could do better for the next time for today?
Yeah, but I think we kind of nailed everything yesterday. So I think we came into conclusion that we were happy that all the strategy worked, and we did the right decisions at the right time, and maybe it was more confirming that we are on the right track.
But that's also very much like the right way to optimize your performance. Like you don't want to break things that are actually already working. So I think it's also good that you took like the time to talk like what is already working, so we will keep doing that.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the best strategies you should be doing. Instead of just like throwing everything in the air and trying something new, because if you already have like the right strategies, everybody's feeling good, you want to more like put more emphasis on this.
Exactly.
Rather than just trying like, oh, let's change everything right now. Do you want to tell a little bit more about your studio? Because I actually still haven't had time to visit there, mainly because I haven't done puzzles this year, but I would love to hear more. So.
Yeah, so we have a puzzle studio space in Helsinki, and we organize some live competitions there, and then we also organize some online competitions. And now in July we will have a fun, it's a little bit inspired from the Speed Puzzle World Series competition, so there will be different kind of challenges. They will be different than what they had there, somewhat different, but it will be fun, and it's going to be in online, so anyone from the EU area, it's the easiest to take part. So.
Okay, that sounds actually super cool. I think it's actually nice that people bring, like, we have this on-site competitions and we're like, oh, how could we put this in like an online model? So then it's more also like accessible for more people who maybe are not able to travel. So
yeah, that's the idea.
I really like that. Yeah. I'm almost getting interested.
Yeah, and with our live and also the online, like the more regular competitions, I think the key thing is to bring people together, and then we discuss in the end. And the idea is to share ideas and tips, and I think I learn every single time something new, and I just try to facilitate people to talk with each other and kind of understand how they work and hear how others work. So I think that's the community aspect, and the discussions is a huge part of what we do. And I think it's really, because at least it's given me a lot, and I've heard that also the participants feel that they learn new things. And now we've had some intensive courses where you work alone and with the pair, and we kind of with some specific team.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been really rewarding and fun.
That sounds nice. I think people generally like the community aspect. That's why I also have like the group coaching program, even though it's different from private coaching. But there is the community aspect, and people feel like they're part of something, and they can, exchange their experiences. And when somebody in the group has like a competition, then everybody's kind of like cheering for that person. So that's very nice. Yeah. What are the plans, like competitions and things you have in your radar for the rest of the year?
What I'm gonna attend? Well, not much. I think I will take a break now. It's been quite hectic this whole spring, so I will just have a summer holiday.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, and of course I keep on organizing things, so I think that I'm doing a lot. But then we have been talking about a marathon at the end of the year, so that would be fun to do. And then, but I don't know. I think autumn will be quite quiet for me.
Yeah. But that's also very nice, and I had somebody else saying that also here earlier, that they don't really have any plans for the rest of the year, but that's super important. I always say you can't compete all the time.
Yeah.
Like not even like in the physical sports, no athlete does that. They have like very specific competition season, and then they do completely different kind of practices and just have fun, kind of like raise the baseline and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then I can do some slow puzzling and some bigger puzzles, or some special ones that I do not want to run through. Yeah. And then I forgot, I will go to Swiss Nationals, so my other home country I will attend with my relatives. We have a pair and a team, and then I also do the individuals. So that will be something fun in the autumn.
I actually also wanted to go, but I haven't really looked into it. It was kind of like a dream I had last year. But I said your last name is German earlier.
Yeah.
When somebody was like, it's a Finnish name, pronounce it, and I'm like, that's not Finnish. Like.
Yes, it's not. It's a Swiss German name.
Yeah. Do you speak Swiss German?
No, not that.
Yeah, I was like confused, because that's a whole another German. That's not German. That is like its own language. Like,
I speak a little bit, but I understand the most. Yeah. So I can listen, but the ability to talk, it's rustic at this point.
Yeah. You would almost need to listen to it almost like every day.
Yeah, to pick it up.
To get it. And I know Swiss, those who don't know, but even the Swiss speed buses that I talk quite often, they even said that because it's not standardized German and they don't have their own standardized language, they have to read out loud each other's text to understand what's in the text sometimes.
Yes.
So
it's not easy to learn, let's put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but that is super exciting that you're actually going there. Now you're giving me a lot of ideas here. This is a dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
And then, what do you think? Do you have then some already plans for next year, maybe?
I have no plans. It's
No
too
plans
far away.
whatsoever.
I cannot make any plans for that. So far in the future, I think also we don't have that many dates yet about the competitions, when they are going to happen and what's happening otherwise. So.
Yeah. And do you have any other puzzle-related projects that you're working on?
Well, a book.
Yeah. I didn't want to ask about the book directly because I wasn't sure. Is it ongoing? So
it is ongoing,
we're like
and
live
it should be
streaming?
out pretty soon in near future. So I will talk about it in more detail a little bit later on. But it's coming.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
it's happening.
Okay, perfect. This was like we were fishing a little bit, but I was like, just in case it doesn't exist or something, I don't want to ask it.
No,
directly.
it does. But it kind of I actively was writing last year.
Yeah.
More, kind of now it's a different kinds of. So my focus is going more towards the other things, other puzzle things. So yeah, but that's happening.
Yeah, perfect. And now you're gonna have teams in like an hour and a half.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna let you go for a lunch break, eat, rest, catch up with your team. Thank you for being here and congratulations on the, I think, top 5 placement on this round as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fun.
And let me take a look at the results here because I think. Alright, so as said, my result page is approximately 10 minutes behind all the time, and already I can say for sure that we have 52 pairs who have finished under 40 minutes, and I'm pretty sure more have just finished while I was talking with Rosa. Awfully hard to pay attention to many things, but I think you can understand that we're all puzzlers. You can't do you can do a lot of things at the same time, but kind of also not. And there we can see, oh yeah, another finish is gonna be right there, and I have to see if I can pull out the participant list here as well. That is table number 76, so let me try to pull it up from here. Who do we have there? Just finished. That would be. We have Tita Maria and Tena who just finished over there, and then I think we're gonna, another finish is gonna happen over there. Like this is, I feel like almost this is like the last round, and of course, because now we're doing pairs, so the times are kind of like naturally much more faster. There we had another Danish pair finishing a puzzle. Now there's gonna be another one just about to finish. Oh, I think they just finished, but the camera missed them, but just came there for the celebration. You can see their volunteers having their hands up, trying to get the camera people to the right places. So when the camera is gonna be moving again, they can just take a look, like where is the volunteer with the hand up, so they can see who is about to finish. And there we can see also very close to finish. I would say like we're talking about like 20 pieces left over there. There we have much more. But we also have 90 minutes time limit for this round, meaning that we are just a little bit over halfway so far here. I think there was some discussion over in the chat about some rules, but I think that was clarified by the lovely people who are watching today. Thank you so much for participating there and discussing about the things and finding about the information while we're also focusing on some of the people that we're interviewing here. And there another finish. I'm trying to find the tables all the time. That's another Danish team finishing there, actually 2 Danish teams finishing. There's just a seconds of difference between a lot of teams. And honestly, I just want to talk about the situation with the, let's see. So I am trying to look at the situation we are having. I'm actually curious if somebody has information on what they're actually gonna do with the third place. Yeah. Go if you can find somebody to. I was about to get my co-host back, but I'm kind of curious about this situation here. I am not sure. I have access to every country's association rules, but I'm not sure where would I see the specific rules for this Nordic Championship on that kind of case, because I can tell you this happens very often, not like super often, but it does happen, I would say, in every competition that sometimes people end up with the same time, but it's not, let's put it this way, I don't think it's ever been that I can remember in a podium spot, and especially in a way that the top three, we are having this kind of like a same time situation going on where we do need to find out the way to put the ranking somehow. And yeah, that is a interesting situation to be in. And it was just even like if we look at the second place compared to those third places right now, there's only 3 seconds difference. So that's not a lot. And then Rosa, who was here just before, they were just 9 seconds after. So very small differences in the top 10 and actually all of these placements that I can see right now. It would be, and we will definitely see if we're actually going to clear the room with this one. It's always easier to finish a puzzle with the pair, so technically we are having the same time limit we had for individuals earlier. And now we are looking. So the people who are saying the live stream showed that the other person were first, so there is this technical delay because we have different cameras, so they are not, there can be a couple seconds of difference between different cameras.
I'm back.
You're back.
I was chasing the second place because it was Danes, and that was the first time we had Danes in top 3. I was not able to find it.
Okay.
But now I have been with the judges, Olivia,
Yeah.
and they have decided.
Okay.
So the third place is a split.
It's a split.
So each pair will get one of the trophies, and there is 4 puzzles, so they will each get 1 puzzle. So that's a split. So we will have 4.
I love that solution.
We will have 4 teams on the podium.
I love that solution. I absolutely do love that solution. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting situation.
I was even trying to go back on the live stream to see how they look like
Yeah.
today, because no one knows who they are. Oh, the only thing I found out was that Sophie said that they had the Danish jerseys.
Okay.
But still, I was around the venue without finding them. So, but that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll manage without.
Interesting. You can see the cameraman just like flying to get somewhere.
Yeah, because we had 263.
Yeah.
Almost finishing.
So many finishes still going on over here.
I was just in the room.
Yeah.
Through the room, there is not that many back left. You can see that at the lower right corner. So we are getting near to a clear room again, but there will probably be someone that it doesn't.
I have a feeling we might clear the room for
maybe
because
it's
it's
the first
pairs.
time. Yeah,
and it's the same time as we had an individual, so it does make a.
Oh, one more. Always the last. Oh yeah. That was okay.
It's always.
So here we had one table with both competing pairs almost finishing at the same time.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? When you're sitting at a table.
Yeah.
With another one.
Yeah.
That perhaps is ahead of you.
I don't really look. I don't really glance.
No, but you cannot. You will see this, or at least when they finish, you'll know.
Yeah, when they finish, I will know. But generally, I don't really pay attention. Like, even when I do with the pair, I often don't even know what my pair has done. We figure it out after we finish, so I don't really pay attention. The only thing is, so here's the thing, especially in the Finnish nationals, I realize this, but when there is pairs who talk a lot, and sometimes like I know the puzzle just by listening to them next to us.
So that could be a hint.
Yeah, sometimes it does. It really depends on like how do they communicate. This is like I'm gonna do this, you do that. Some people are like I'm doing the parrot, and so then I'm like Greg is saying, oh, there's a parrot in this puzzle somewhere, you know. Or sometimes people might be like, oh, that part is too tricky. So it does. It technically it can also give a hint. I actually brought this up when I was doing my recap video from the World Series. There was the situation when we had the puzzle, and it was the first on-site competition that had a mystery puzzle that we did without the box.
Yeah.
There, I did glance by accident, and everybody else. I talked with a lot of competitors also later, and it becomes impossible to glance when you're that close, because with the unboxed puzzle, the other person most likely has done something you haven't done, or you're sitting next to somebody who's faster than you. And you will see the parts that they have built.
You were sitting beside Olivia, wasn't
yes.
it? Was she faster than you at that day?
On that round, yes.
So
she was a little bit, we're quite similar in time, so at the beginning, but she was doing some of the different parts that I was doing. So I was like, my recommendation is that if we have on-site mystery puzzle competition, everybody should have their own table, because...
But you can still look.
You can look, but then it's intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because you cannot go it against the rules that you cannot look if you're sharing a table, because it naturally just happens because
but
you're
was
so
there
close.
rules against that?
No, I don't think it was even thought about. Because it was the first time.
Yeah,
I had never thought about it.
You
honestly.
should also not do rules that you cannot...
Yeah. It would need to be like separate tables where if somebody goes to look, it's very intentional that they literally turn to the other table. Okay. But yeah, I don't glance at the timer. The only time I have actually glanced at the timer was when Kristin won the World Championship, and I heard the first applause, and I had to know who had won. I could not give a damn about my own ranking at that point. I had to stop and look who won, and I was so happy for her.
But still, again, that's only a few seconds. But of course, if you then lose by a few seconds.
Yeah, but in the World Final, it is like every second is. So if you care about your ranking, you obviously should not be doing that. But yeah, I try to be kind of like a laser focused on my.
And there we have another finisher. Let's see how.
Yeah.
They're even as glad as the first ones when they finish.
Yeah. So many finishes, so close to each other with this round.
And this is also 90 minutes, so there's still half an hour.
Yeah. You can. I love how our cameraman is so instinct in a way that we have instructed that they will go the same way to show the first the names on the table. Even
we talked about that after the first, and it works really good.
Yeah. So because even we maybe don't catch them because we're kind of like talking and focusing on multiple things, but the people who are actually watching will see it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's very nice the way they're doing excellent job on it. But I just only actually saw it now. So that's like also how, like I glance, I watch, but I don't watch it like with the full focus all the time. Because I'm also like, trying to see what's happening in the chat, what's happening in the results.
Exactly.
Then
Is there still someone writing in the chat?
Yeah, let's see what is in the... Yeah, they were just talking about, I think, about the placements, but yeah, and also I'm trying to check the results, and then I'm trying to check the table number, so there's like lots of moving parts here all the time.
Right now the ranking is quite a bit 10 minutes after.
Yeah, it's usually 10 minutes.
So it's not
behind.
only, right now if you check it on the walls, it says 77 finishes, but we are at least on 100.
That's your guess. Interesting.
Yeah, 100 has finished before. That was, now we have the 1 hour mark. Still half an hour.
You can just, Yeah, that I actually like. You see there's two people doing side by side. That I do like to do, and that's the reason
But
why
that's
I
difficult on such a small table.
But that's why I like to stand in the side.
But then you're still cornered.
But that's how we do with Steffi when we practice. We don't do it because the table is like against her kitchen wall.
Yeah.
So we literally are side by side. We're a little bit like sideways, but not really. So that's the way I'm used to doing puzzles with her. We can also do upside down in a competition. It's not a problem. We're pretty adjustable anyway. But that's why I prefer it so much, because I do it so often with her. And then we can see like literally people are trying to kind of like a pick and place. They're looking at the piece, trying to find where is it in the image, and then just putting it in. And that can be a really good tactic. And I think that's also sometimes I do much more when I do just puzzle for relaxing, that I look more at the image. Speedpuzzling, sometimes I do the puzzle and I'm only looking at afterwards, and I'm like, oh, there's this kind of thing and that kind of thing.
Yeah, we didn't even recognize what was on the puzzle.
Yeah, exactly, because it just goes so fast that it's not like you don't really stop and think what's on it. Yeah. And after this we will have a little bit longer lunch break before the teams.
Yeah.
I think
I'll
that's
just check.
correct.
I think it was.
It's a bit. It starts half an hour earlier than yesterday, the teams, but there is definitely a bit longer rather than just 20 minutes in between.
There is. Team will start at 1:30.
Okay. Perfect. So
So
that's
that's-
like an
still
hour and a half
From now.
this.
So
Yeah.
it's an hour after this competition has finished.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's like it almost feels like I feel like the vibes I've been in the lobby, people are still like excited, have energy, and I'm like, how do you do this? Like it's already the second day and they've been doing so many puzzles.
Yeah.
I think most people also practice during this weekend or did social puzzling in the nights.
You didn't do any puzzling.
I did.
Did you?
Yesterday,
Okay.
when they had the Nordic, they had a meeting and I wasn't allowed to be there. So I
Right.
did 2 chess puzzles on my
Okay.
own. And then we did with Sophie, we did 2 puzzles last night.
Okay, so you helped with that. You did it with Sophie.
Yeah.
Really fast? Doing it fast?
No, just relaxing. We had beer and I had a non-alcohol sparkling, so.
Still good.
Yeah. And a lot of candies. Somebody brought their candies. They were so good. I never ate candies, but that was a trap. That was a trap over there. Oh, and I love to see some of the Swedish organization from there with the.
They don't normally speak puzzle.
No. But it's so fun to actually get the experience, because when you're organizing, you don't get the experience of competition.
But if you're on the floor, if you're a judge or a cameraman, you get the vibe because you're so close to it, and you can also walk around and see.
Yeah.
So if you know more about where is the ones that are going to end soon and so on.
Yeah, definitely. And there you can see a lot of empty tables going to the next location.
I was a volunteer at one or 2 of the rounds. I just said I would like to volunteer because then I could take pictures of Danish teams close up in the beginning. So we got something for the social media too. Not that I was still it was quite fun to be a part of too. So I was competing myself, but there were so many rounds. So I could help as a judge.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
nice.
also often see that the judges also is part of the game.
Oh, they were so happy finishing.
Yeah,
and you get much like a closer look. It's like it's a different experience when you actually do volunteer and do this stuff. So.
But then again, if you want to compete at a top level, you also need to have the breaks, so you cannot just be volunteer on all other rounds, and you will be exhausted when.
It's really hard because you can't really focus. I tried. I think 2 years ago I did offer that I will do on-site coaching at the World Championship, but I was also competing myself, and I can tell you I'm never doing that again. It's either that or the other, not 2 at the same time.
So this time you have decided only being the host here.
Yes. I only came here because I saw that host is needed, and I was like, well, I want to find like new roles, what things to do now that I'm not competing seriously anymore, really. So this has been really nice.
Yeah,
I'm very happy.
Yeah. Maybe I would like to ask you, because you told me that you had done national sports in Finland.
Yes.
So could you maybe, I don't know if people know that, but you could tell them a little bit.
I think a lot of people do know that. I reference it a lot, but I do have a background. I played in Finnish national team, Ultimate Frisbee. It's over 10 years ago, so it's not like I'm not sporty, like my fit level is no longer good. But I did also coaching back then. I coached a few teams in addition to being in the national team. So I did a couple worlds, did a couple Europeans, and I was also in the sports high school because of that. So it's like a special school we have in Finland that is meant for high level athletes. So
like in the US where you get...
Yeah, so we basically spent like almost half of the day to go work out. So it's like part of our curriculum and degree actually. So, and we have a lot of like, you know, you understand if you play sports, so you have a lot of like, that you have to go to compete, so you cannot be at the school. So in that school it works because everybody's in the same situation, so they are very flexible, it's built that way. And yeah, I coach a lot, and I remember I loved the coaching so much back then. I kind of forgot it after I stopped playing sports because I also stopped coaching, and I just didn't do it for like almost 10 years. And then I got back to like this Speedpuzzling, and I remembered how much I loved coaching, because I kind of like never really thought about that part of it, and I was like, it's so brilliant. I just love it so much because I love, first of all, I love psychology. I've studied some. I did write my matriculation exam on it. I think that's what you call it in English. And I do love the sports science as well, so because that's how I was giving all the information. And I had so many good coaches in my life that I'm still like very appreciative on today. So yeah.
Table 39, few pieces.
And they are going.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah. Super.
Yes. But so yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah.
I especially.
And what is Ultimate Frisbee?
Ultimate Frisbee, for those who don't know, really hard to explain. So if you actually have never heard about it, I recommend Googling. It will give you the right image right away. It has nothing to do with Frisbee golf. That I can tell you for sure. It's 7 against 7. The field is same size as soccer field. We just pass to each other. It's more similar to American football, except
tackling.
Yeah, without you cannot. It's a non-conflict sport, so intentionally you cannot somebody, but it of course happens because it's a very high-speed, intensive sport.
I remember trying it in school also in Denmark. You cannot run with a frisbee. You have to throw it backwards.
Yes, you have to stop. If you have a disc in your hand, you can't like run with it.
Okay. And can you throw it forward?
Yes.
Okay, so you have one speed against the finishing
line. Everywhere, because you have the other the 6 other team members are running around, and it's very interesting, and it's a fun fact. It's the only sport that it's Olympic approved as well that does not have referees at all. Even in the World Championship, we do not have referees. We referee our own game. There's obviously very specific rules for that, but I really like. We call it the spirit of the game. So. It's very nice, and it has led me to other projects. I went to Middle East, some people also know that, to teach it in the conflict zone for kids from the different sides of the conflict or war that's going on over there.
Okay, that's
so
cool.
we teach them because it works with, they have to referee it themselves. So it was a great sport to teach there. So yeah, it has given a lot for my life, even though I haven't played for over 10 years.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
And you're talking about an Olympic discipline. Someone is trying to make speed puzzling at least a more recognized sports event.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Could this be chess has been a thought sport that has been very, very old and has been a real sport, accepted as a sport even though you're not physical.
Yeah, sport. I think chess is the only mind game right now we have that it's officially like recognized as a sport. I think we could get there, but it's not gonna happen like in a year or two. But that's what usually what the criteria is. It's actually more organizational than people actually understand. So it is that you need to have like nationals, you need to have associations, you need to have a federation. So they do pay attention to the structure. You need to have a junior activities, that it's kind of like growing, but also putting efforts into the future of the sport. So there's a lot of things. It's more like a bureaucracy thing to actually get a sport recognized, because I remember back when I played Ultimate Frisbee, it was not recognized by the Olympic Committee, and we actually got it recognized back then. So I remember the criteria very well. It wasn't about the sport, it was a lot more about the structure and everything else.
But I think, I know that a lot of people in the national associations are working on this.
Yeah,
so they are trying to make, and also there's been a conflicting rules about the nationality, and they are trying to solve that. So all of the different nationals will have the same way of saying, are you allowed to? Are you an international or a national competitor?
Yeah.
So all the national, we have a possibility for us to participate, but they are not a part of the national ranking.
It is very, very interesting, but it's also, I think that it needs us to grow more, because as you said, there is the nationality rules when it comes to World Championship, but for example, we had like World Cup, like in soccer and everything. We all know that their teams is completely mixed nationalities in these big leagues that we actually watch. But that requires that we have. That's why I like that there's now, for example, World Series. So we're starting to have also kind of different kind of competitions. And then we can also like follow these rules to be recognized officially, but it doesn't block like literally everything. It's not like the only thing that people can compete, for example, at World Championship. I know people do not, this is very unpopular opinion, but I am in favor of not having mixed teams in the World Championships, just purely for this reason, that I want the sports to be taken seriously and be recognized as a sport. I do understand the practical opinions people have.
It's nice when you're coming to, now it has been in Valladolid for many years, when you're coming there you misses one or two persons, you can just go talk with someone. That was how it was in the first years. And then they made the system so it was possible to ask, I need one more. And then so filling up, I know Sophie, she was the only Dane at 2022, I think. And she mixed up with a Norwegian team and so on. So. But when it grows up, it's like in Sweden, they try to do the national team. With the coaches and everything. So it's probably the way it has to go if we want to make it recognized. So each country needs to have an association with a national team. Selected. In some way, and that could be, as in Denmark, is the top 10. That could be, but it's still we'll talk more about a national team than just 10 pairs from Denmark that was 1 to 10.
Yeah, that's why I always want to emphasize that everybody's feelings in this matter is very valid, because I understand the practicalities. Like, it's very valid to say, for example, in Luxembourg, we don't have enough people to even have like a team that would be all like, it makes sense. So my opinion is purely like very like almost like I work in business, so I'm very like factual in a way. It doesn't take away from anything, but it's just from that point of view. I mean, I wouldn't probably have a team if we go with that rule, because I always in a mixed a lot of times in a mixed team. So I'm also like sawing like putting myself in a bad position with this. I don't think we have too many pairs left. I'm trying to check if there's any updates. And we have still 15 minutes left, and I think we have only just few, probably under 10 tables.
I think so. You see, they were incredibly glad finishing off there. But
one last piece, or one more maybe missing. Maybe. Oh, I would love to be a table 100. That's such a cool number. It's gone, I think. It was actually, were you still here?
But now they didn't look that happy because they had that missing piece. I think. So.
Were you still here when I was interviewing the winners of this round and they said they were missing one piece?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. How nerve-wracking would it be to wait that 10 seconds?
To see if someone else finishes.
You know, I love
because
watching...
there could be someone in the other end of the room.
I know, you
only
just
2
like
seconds
wait.
away.
Exactly. It's funny because I watch Amazing Race at home and sometimes they have this situation that somebody gets penalty and they have to wait in the mat and they just wait like this other team turn off. It reminded me of a similar situation. You just wait there and be like, oh my god, is somebody gonna come now? Because you never know, and that can be really literally the
if it had been in the world, you had known because there were so many spectators. Last time I was there around the room, so you could feel the tension when someone was close.
Yes.
Everyone could feel that.
It's crazy.
So, but here we have also said to the spectators that they should be silent. So there's not that many spectators here. So there's not that and here we don't have a. They are not that close to the table, so they cannot necessarily see if they are on the live stream. They will be half a minute. If they're sitting with their phones,
but it's actually I feel like we have in puzzle community these like sounds that are just unique for us. For example, what you just mentioned, it's not even a chatter. I don't even know how to explain it. It's not chatter that people start. It's like everybody, like how 1,000 people doing this like at the same time. So you just know that somebody's about to finish. And then of course we have the thing we sometimes, depending what kind of audio system we're using in a live stream, is when people start flipping the pieces at the same time in the beginning. And it sounds almost like this rain type of sound. I really
cool. 102.
Yeah, and thanks again for the people in the chat like chiming in, because somebody asked how did they end up handling the shared third place, and we had a knitting puzzler already replying that indeed they will have
they will have a shared. There is two trophies for each pair, so they have split, so each pair only get one trophy.
Yeah, and I think it's a perfect solution for this one because it's very brutal if you have to go to the raffle. Yeah. I don't remember in any sports that I've ever done that it would have gone to that. I just know it's a rule in many sports, but it's very brutal to. It doesn't feel good for almost either pair in that. Oh, they are so happy. People are looking so happy today, I have to say. So happy when they're finishing the puzzles.
Yesterday was Champions League. And that was almost also a raffle because they ended up in the penalty.
Ooh, yeah.
Arsenal and PSG. So I would say that in soccer that's almost the same.
I think also.
Okay, I know they still kick the ball, but that's very
But I
random.
think even in that, if the penalties keep going even, they will eventually raffle.
I'm not sure if I think all 11 have to kick. I'm not sure about the rules. I play soccer myself, but I'm not completely into the rules.
Yeah.
But that was almost a raffle.
And I think actually one interesting thing would be like puzzle associations to learn from other sports associations. How do they do things? How they, for example, support junior activities and stuff. Because that's what we did in Ultimate, because I also was in the board of the association, so we just actually talk with a lot of other sport associations, not our sport, but just to understand what they do well and what we could actually integrate in the way we do things.
Yeah, exactly.
Because eventually, as you said, like Sweden having national team, that it's more like about how to do the things. It's not about learning about the other sport, but just the organization side of it.
Yeah,
so that wouldn't be actually a bad thing. Or just go to like chess and stuff like that and actually see their history. How did they do this and how did they end up in this point? So I think there could be a lot of things to learn. But I know Sweden also does. They have, for example, speed cubing and these kind of other. I think they have a Scrabble association also usually in there. Like they have like this activity, like we have this activity room here. So they usually have speed cubers there. They have Scrabble. I assume the Scrabble people who do it for like championships. And so I do like the way Sweden does a lot of things.
They are also a few years ahead of the other national teams because they started 1 or 2 years.
From the bars to the big arenas. Yeah. For sure. And we still have 10 minutes, so I think,
1:20 mark.
I'm finished, I think. Oh, they are just... I need one of those caps. Getting jealous of all the jersey and merch here.
But you know him, so you can ask him.
Yeah, that's true. I could go. Can I please have that hat of yours? Bye! Run! Oh, that's funny. Somebody, okay. Robert in the chat saying, how about a puzzle chess penalty shoot out for a draw? Yeah, why not?
But how should you do it when it's a pair competition? Should you then do several chess, or you can just select one from the team?
Yeah, I mean, choose one for the team. That's what they would do in soccer as well. They choose the best.
That was quite a good idea. Maybe not.
I mean,
that's like a penalty.
I just love like brainstorming in general. It doesn't matter if it's actually a practical idea, but I just love brainstorming. It's interesting how people always get these ideas. Like, oh, we could do that. I'm like, I love how your brain works.
Yeah, but if you should do that afterwards, then it was a problem with having enough time. But they had a lot of time to do it before the end of the 1 mile, 30 mark.
That is very, very true. Yeah, still pieces going. That
very close.
Gonna be
they will
finished.
finish in
that
a
will
minute
be finished.
So. Yeah, no problem. So even the ones that maybe I think we'll only have 1 or 2, perhaps that won't finish. Maybe everyone.
Yeah, I would say almost everybody will finish this, and it is nice that even the people who are finishing or don't finish and just use the max time, there's still enough break for the lunch.
Yeah,
so it's planned in a way that it's not just like the people who finish first will have time to go eat, but like that's why there's a little bit longer break. Because you have
an effect if you are one of the slower speed puzzles. Then you will not have that much time to relax between the competition. You get an extra penalty, you could say, that you have when you start on the next round. You have only just finished the previous round and you didn't have time to relax. And
we need to give more like credits for these people who are just starting their journey or are slower, who can actually do like 500 piece puzzle for 2 hours, because I literally physically cannot do, because I remember when I did the peacock puzzle. We all know the peacock puzzle. And it took me 2 hours, but physically, like my feet was hurting so bad that I was like, I can't stand anymore. But I was doing it on my kitchen counter, so I can sit down. They did it.
They were really happy.
I think they saw the time and were like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah. We did it before the end of 1 hour 30.
That is so happy, and I think they yes, let's go.
And they have a whiteboard. That's can be practical if you have black pieces. Then it's easier to see on the
and
on
also
white
just to bring the variation, because we do have dark tables here. So if you know what the color of the table will be, maybe you want to bring something for the contrast. So look!
Super! Yeah, one more. Whee. Great.
Awesome! So happy. So happy. Yeah. And like still like we have 6 minutes left, but
you said that
still
you
working.
like the number 100. I really like number 42.
Okay. Yeah. Is there a story there?
Yeah, there's a story. It's from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's where 42 is the question of life and everything.
Yeah.
But they missed the real question. So the answer was 42. They didn't really find out what was the answer. It was a computer that figured it out. Yeah. And then they had to construct Earth as an experiment. So that's the storyline of that book.
All right. I also like my favorite number is actually 14.
And they had 114.
Yeah, close enough. But if you ever see me in that blue shirt that I use often in competition, that says Finland in the back, it's my actually original national team warm-up shirt, and my number is 14 on it. So 14 has always been my lucky number. It's also my birthday, so.
Pretty good.
Yes, it's a good number. Let's see. Is there any other?
Do we have more on the chair?
No, not so far. But everybody's still watching. We have watching. Everybody's cheering for the last tables. And one thing also that was pretty amazing in the Swedish Championship when we got the Red Sea puzzle in the pairs classification.
Yeah.
And it was so hard puzzle, and the audience was literally cheering, like, you can do it. Like, I've never witnessed that kind of behavior from the audience, but it was so amazing because they could just see like people are already defeated from the beginning, and they just like kept cheering. And I don't think anybody generally there the rule is to be quiet, but I don't think anybody give a damn about that because it was needed. It was needed.
So they were cheering up pretty early
the whole time, basically,
okay.
because there was only, I think, like 10 or 9 pairs who finished, I think. So it was like a long time, and that was definitely needed, and it was I don't know who put the thing in motion, but it was great. It was amazing to see kind of like once again the community coming together. At least so far, we haven't had like any super hard puzzle this weekend. Nothing like that will be infamous like later on.
Yeah, no.
And still 3 minutes and a couple seconds we have left. And then we will have a lunch break also for the volunteers, because obviously the volunteers are working the whole time of the round, and there's also a lot of things going on in the background, you know, getting the new puzzles for the next rounds, printing the table seatings, and you know, setting all that things up. So yeah, there's a lot of going on behind the scenes all the time, not only the people who are actually there now keeping an eye on the last tables. And of course, because we do have to clean up this place before we leave today, so I know we were talking with Sophie that we should probably start like preparing stuff already and not only after the award ceremony. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of tables and chairs and cleaning to do, and make sure we will leave like a keep the reputation good for the puzzlers.
Exactly.
We don't want to think people that we just trash places. Of course not. But yeah, there we can also see results. If you're wondering where, I can also send you the link to the results on the Federation page if somebody's wondering where you can see the results, if you want to ever take a look at them. So they are there on the chat. You can take a look over there. As said, they are real time but not real time, like real time but with a delay.
Yeah, I think they are more up to date. They have on the screen.
Yeah, it's usually like 10 minutes behind, which is very valid because they need to be put in the system. We want them to be correct.
Yeah, I think there was an error in the beginning. There was a Danish team.
Yeah, sometimes it happens and then it's get corrected.
Yeah.
And it's also good because you know, sports, so basically people can also check their own time. Of course, the referees generally show the time they put in the paper and you can give thumbs up to it.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of times people just give the thumbs up and they actually did not check what was on it because we're just so out of it in that little moment, and then we go check it out later. Yeah, still working on.
And we are on the last minute now. So
and you know what is actually a new thing? Dutch Nationals next weekend. I just want to say real quickly before we run out of time, but they're going to have this friendly race for beginners who want to try out, and they have a permission that towards the end they can ask somebody to come and help them to finish the puzzle in the time limit.
Okay.
So it's just a friendly race, so it's like a separate from the actual classification
so to
round.
give them the possibility to finish in time.
Yeah. I think it's super cute. There's also kids registered for that, so I'm super excited to see that one. So I really like this side. But we are 5 seconds.
What?
And done.
We had a
Perfect. But that
Okay,
was
so- that was the pairs.
yes,
Now we only have one competition left.
yes,
The team competition.
absolutely.
And we'll be back in
In
1 hour.
yes, 1
The
hour.
stream will be on in 50 minutes, I think, because we start the stream
Yes.
a little bit before.